Paul Gallian's effort out there this afternoon wasn't to be though in the end, but you feel you should have at least got a point out of that?
On the last half hour, 40 minutes, possibly, yeah. I've got to say, we've had a clear handball off the line. We've had Rem been wrestled to the ground right in front of our supporters, and people don't just react just off the back of nothing. Every single supporter's reacted. More so, I think, to the handball off the line. I thought the control was lost a little bit the last half hour. So yeah, frustrated with that. I'll go in and speak to the ref and see what his view was on it. The linesman's there as well, but really proud of the effort, really proud of the players. I don't want to sound smug and as if I know everything. It's exactly how I expected the game to be. We started as experienced as we could. I'm telling you right now, whoever finishes above them will win the league. They're a brilliant football team. You can see they get loads of time on the training pitch. They've got loads of patterns, they've got loads of technical ability. We try to set up to be as physical as we could to try and win that other side. I was humble enough and clear with my messaging all week. We can't come up here and out football South Shield. No one can, I don't think, in this division. Fylde possibly another full-time club. So really proud of the players, really proud of the effort. Gutted for them, absolutely gutted for them, but we move on.
Yeah, because a lucky first goal, of course, come off Preston's knee, and then in the second half, that goal from Parker unsettled them as well. Once they were on the back foot, you came forward more and you looked more threatening at times.
Yeah, as I said to the players before the game, that the first 60 minutes expect to be under the cosh a little bit. Natural when games start, the home team are naturally on top, and especially when you come here. But we wanted to make a game that they didn't want, and that was the last half hour where it was almost like a cup tie. It was back to front. We thought we controlled a lot of stuff. By the way, I thought it was a great game of football for a National League North game, especially us going up. Obviously, we stayed overnight last night, but playing against a full-time outfit with all the minutes they get on the training pitch, and it's not an excuse. It really isn't. It's just the reality, and we've got I've got a good record up here the last 2 seasons, and unfortunately it wasn't to be today. But they're a good side. They're a top side, so credit to them.
Games are always decided by moments, of course. McGurk had a little bit of too much space, do you feel, to get that shot? Don't take nothing away from the goal, but had that space in the box.
I think the danger was when they broke straight away. We knew that they were going to try, and they were quite expansive in how they play. They're expansive in how they press. So I think for the first half, our first pass when we won it back wasn't good enough. We didn't get our players in possession quick enough, and once we settled down a little bit, then I thought we done all right at times. But yeah, the goal, I think the terms, I don't know if it was lost in the middle, and had to take Loss and Gus off. Loss was struggling, couldn't make it back to the pitch, and we found ourselves in overload for that reason.
Has this been a good barometer in a way, though, that you've gone toe to toe with the best football inside in the league?
Yeah, listen, it's different every week. It's Tuesday night will be a completely different game. Next Saturday will probably be similar. When you're up against the teams that have got the minutes they've got available to them. But yeah, we didn't start well, and I absolutely get that. And it's as if there's been a hangover externally to that. We were 4th in the league for the last 5 games in form, so our form in the league's been relatively good. Obviously the in-between bits where we lose to Hemel, which there was one decision made in the game that just flipped it, and then they scored in the 93rd and 95th minute, and it looks a lot worse than it actually was. Obviously we're disappointed, but no, listen, we'll come and try and find a way of winning games. We tried to frustrate for the first 55 minutes, and then we knew the game would open up, because naturally if you're camped in for long periods, the opposition almost become immune to it, and they open up and they're a lot more expansive, and I think we capitalised on that the last half hour.
Good boost of personnel before kick-off. Gus Mafuta, first game for a while. You re-signed Michael Parker from West Brom. Just what's the deal there? Yeah,
so Gus we medically advised 60 minutes is the max he can do. He's been out since the Spennymoor game, so whatever that is, 11, 12 weeks. Thought he'd done well in possession, out of possession, used his experience. Loss then takes a whack on his hip, can't continue, so we were down to I didn't think it was a game for young Preston with just the type of game it was to bring on, so we put Matt obviously on the pitch, Skins in there, and Kieran into right back, so we were forced into a lot of the changes. Willow looked as if he was tiring a little bit, but yeah, Michael Parker's one that I've got to say West Brom have been outstanding with us. Michael Parker's almost never went back. He's always been in the radar. He's always been that he was going to come back. He struggled with a little bit with injuries. They had to, which West Brom are brilliant at, to look after their players. They wanted to get him in their building, look after him for a couple of weeks, which he did. He had a bit of game time on Wednesday, and yeah, really pleased with them. They've helped us out in terms of when he wasn't available financially, we didn't have to pay anything. So they've been first class with Chris Brunt and everyone at West Brom. So thanks for that. And you can see the quality he's got. We started him obviously at left wing back. It's a natural position for him, or left of a three. But the way the game was going, I just felt as if we didn't quite get into the areas we'd hoped to in the first early part of the game. So we switched and we ended up playing left wing, just for his physicality and his blistering pace. His pace is ridiculous. Got in a few times down the sides. Big player for us. Try and keep him as long as we can, but as it stands, we've got him to 13th.
Yeah, well taken goal as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
as well?
his goal was brilliantly worked. We spoke to the players beforehand, particularly at half time, that when they're pressing from an open shape. So if we can get the first or second pass right, we will get out, and you see it's 3-on-1 in the end, just because Mars uses experience with good pass, and then it goes into Rem, who then goes into Willow goes across to Mike, and it's nice and calmly finished. So yeah, really pleased for Mike to get his goal.
Just finally, Telford, tight turnaround, of course, long journey up here. How do you get the players refreshed now?
Well, we'll have to have a look at obviously Gus. Saturday, Tuesday's not going to be ideal for him for so long. Laws is probably going to be struggling now, so we have to try and have a look at some bodies. We trust me, the last 2 weeks I've not been sitting in my hands doing absolutely nothing. We've missed out. We thought we had a striker that went to a full-time outfit. We thought we were close to getting a player that was familiar with the football club that wants to go full-time. So we're still trying. It's difficult. It always is, in terms of availability more than anything else. Everyone's wanting. It's getting closer to December and January, and everyone wants to keep a tight squad, and players are wanting full time. And so we'll keep looking. We want to try and add a few.
But a striker is your number one target.
He's one off. Yeah, we need another striker. Depending on how Gus and Laws come through today, potentially another midfield player. Potentially another winger, so potentially everything else as well. So I'm always in the mindset of, regardless of what we've got, if it's someone that can come in and make us better, then we've got to do it. But to get better, you have to recruit from above, and it's difficult for us to recruit from abroad because of obviously the part-time stuff and that, and players want to stick to the full-time schedule. So we'll keep trying.
Okay, well, fingers crossed for Tuesday. We might have someone in. Paul, thanks very much. Safe trip home.
Cheers, thank you.